Here we go. Please take care of yourself. Oh my god, another outrageously loud one. Hold on. I guess let's start this. You're not having a great day, as usual. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical. But maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turn to head home when... Oh! Huh? What is that? There were only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them seem to react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh? Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark seas of the black fur. It puts its paws out in front of the edge of the box and looks up at you. So cute! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion, one way or another, about cats before. But if they were all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord? You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you? As if waiting for you to make the next move. So, so, I love cats. They're cute as fuck. However, the title of the game is Do Not Take This Cat Home. So, I feel like we have to take it home, right? Like, obviously, that is the choice. So, like, come on home, kitty cat. I'm gonna name you Salem. You know what? You reach into the box and pick up the cat, holding it out in front of you. Why not? You're all alone and well. I'm kind of the same boat myself. So, you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Oh. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while? Oh. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to the shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food and then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. One bedroom, one bathroom, one you living alone in it. Facepalm. Facepalm. Garden fences. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with a tap on top. Using cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call over the cat over to you. God, that was hard to say. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. He looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spend hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here for if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your leg with a purr. And you smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you've had enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed, tomato slice. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger with the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter and sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It's just an... You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. Okay. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You're going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps looking at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen. While you're trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about that cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Damn! Oh, come on, enough already. You shove it away with a little bit more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off from the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that thing's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an way to calm it down. Can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding a number of local vets, you pick up your landline and... Oh. The lights just went out? Great, just great. Ray must have knocked out the power. You check for your cell phone only to find out that it's out of batteries. He must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been spur of the moment that had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. That cat that sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Is that going between kill and help? Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You think it was just a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing. But its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as that thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still, even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large, round, inky pits. The flashlight flickers. The cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence punctuated with the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart. It's overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored, but no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as it has whispered. Let's play. Oh, ooh, that was creepy. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if you did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fierce grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in a haste and you fall to the ground. A sharp pain explodes to the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tile after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Winding from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming from outside. The light pouring in from your open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, and what in regards of your inexplicitly open doors screech to a halt as your brain finally identified the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. It's still tinted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over the knife as if skipping into light. It bends down to lap the blood dripping from the blade. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you've taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound of your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up to look at you as a response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding! The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if it just considering the act of pouncing for it. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red. There's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the roads, even you, everything except your blood. You just barely glimpse the bloody imprints of your injured foot leaves the wake of with every impact as it makes to the ground. It hurts, but you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by the long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running. Because if that cat is right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? I'm gonna look behind me. Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0, it begins? What? It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you're actually glad that you did. It was absolutely perfect today. It's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Curiosity guides your steps. You follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alleyway, walk forward on loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground, softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a kitty cat. Guess it should have been obvious. Pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Paws up the edge of the box and looks up at you. Meow, meow, meow. So cute. You look so familiar. Ooh. Right? And again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. It sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other strays have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. I'm not taking this one home. You'd never take this thing home with you? You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are, with rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. what to do. Oh, I'm gonna play with it. Oh, you want a little attention, don't you? That poor thing must be bored sitting in that box all day. You're not sure if you're such an interesting companion, but you're willing to do your best. There's got to be something you can entertain that little critter with. But what? Look around the area. You search around, but there's really nothing in the alley that looks interesting enough for a cat to play with. So maybe, how about a game? You decided on a game that you've known since childhood. Red light, green light. A classic. Teaching it how to play might be a bit challenging, but you're feeling the feeling's natural hunting instincts will help it along. You walk down the entrance to the alley, the cat meowing at you. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. You exaggerate your movements, covering your eyes with your hands and turn around. 1, 2, 3. Red light. You spin around. The cat hasn't left the box, tilting its head at you in curious confusion. Keep playing. Try again. This time you go a bit slower. 1, a 2, a 3. Red light. You turn around this time? The cat is out of the box. Cat freezes under your stare as if it thinks you can't see it if it doesn't move. So cute. Satisfied that the cat is getting the hang of the game, turn around, speeding back up. 1, 2, 3. Red light. Turn around. The cat is 2 steps away from the box now, peeking out from behind a dumpster. Its eyes trained on you, rather intensely on you. At least it's having fun? You turn again and feel a sudden chill run down your spine. You feel silly, but you can't help counting just a little faster this time. 1, 2, 3, red light! Whirling around after saying red light, you look at the cat. It's halfway down the alley, closer to you now, but it's as if the perspective of what you're seeing is off somehow. Doesn't that cat look a little bigger? Its pupils are thin slits now. Something's not right. Cat meows at you again, but sounds much deeper than earlier. It's crouched down, as if poised to lunge forward. Your breath stutters a little as your heart starts to race. Your foot instinctively shifts back. You freeze immediately. The cat looks impatient. It wants to keep playing, but you gulp and turn around, swiftly counting and turning again as you gasp out. 1, 2, 3, red light! The ground shakes as you whirl back around. You find yourself staring at a long surface of black fur. You slowly look up and up and up. You see a giant shadowy figure glaring down from his position hunched over you, fangs dripping with saliva, claws crushing into the concrete walls of the alley. Its glowing eyes are unblinking as they look back at you. A cat waiting for your next turn, but it's so close. If you turn around now, you don't want to play anymore. Keeping your eyes straight on the giant looming over you, you take a step back. No, that's cheating. Run. Gonna die either way. You don't even finish turning before the claws grip your torso, digging in and piercing the soft flesh of your stomach with ease. As you're lifted into the drooling, gaping jaws above you, you can't help but think that there must have been another way out of this. But pointless regrets are pretty typical for you, aren't they? Fear quitter? How many endings are there? Oh my god, there are so many more endings than I was expecting. Hold on, we're gonna go for one more. And then, I might call it there, because I kind of have to go to the bathroom. And, I want to eat, like, actual food, not just a little bit of, like, pasta salad. You're walking, right? Of course. Okay, let's get to the point where we hear the, oh, it's a perfect day. Not raining this time. Okay, kitty cat. You follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. Just managed to reach down between the tall buildings on the other side. Kitty cat! It's an interesting looking cat. Big yellow eyes shine like gold. Then again, it is a cat. Okay, yeah, same ones. Not taking it home. You'd never take this thing home with you. I would take it home. Shut up. I just know better. Okay. We're gonna feed it. Can't imagine that it's had much to eat if it's hatched that box. Though it doesn't exactly seem malnourished. Surely it must have left the box to search for food then. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that's not the case, and not to think on it any further. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day out knowing you left behind a hungry cat, especially when you could have done something to help. What do you think about the hungry kitty? We're gonna do question marks. Not yet. So, what do you think about the hungry kitty? Look around the area. When you see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, scattered litter here and there. If there was something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to just give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. You listen. Scritch, scritch. You just barely make out the sound of faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin. And you lunge. Crash! You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You stumbled and knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, you grasp in your hand. Oh, a small mouse. Oh. Mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wiggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up with you with black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. Oh, I gotta spare the mouse. I can't do that. That's not very nice. Are you sure? Oh my god. Spare the mouse. I am sorry, cat. You can hear this cat's stomach growling. Oh no, it must be so hungry. It must be starving. I don't. No, spare the mouse. I'm too nice. Fuck you. You could have caught the mouse yourself. You know the cat is hungry. Why are you hesitating? You caught prey for the cat's sake, didn't you? Are you really going to value the life of a filthy rodent more than the cat's? Fine! Fuck you, bitch. I was trying to be nice. I'm so sorry, Mr. Mouse. You look so scared, as if you can sense your intentions. No! Oh. The mouse is reluctant. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't care. Fucking kill me, cat. You're mocking me, aren't you? Last chance. Hand over the prey. Now. Spare the mouse! You let the mouse go. Scurries away, squeezing your tiny hole in the wall. You don't pay much. You don't flinch as a giant claw slowly falls in front of you, blocking your path from the alley's entrance. Not that you had any delusions about escaping. The cat is hungry after all. You close your eyes in acceptance as the paw gently pulls you back and back. A life spared.